Here's something I have noticed after 17 years working with GCC expats. The people who retire with the most money aren't always the ones who enjoy retirement the most. And the ones who do, they made one decision earlier. It's not about returns or portfolio, but about how they wanted to spend their time. If you're in your 50s or early 60s and you have been thinking about what comes next, what I'm about to share could change how you think about the next phase of your life. Most people think I spend my time telling clients to save more. But honestly, I spend far more time convincing them they have already crossed the threshold where they could retire and retire well. And if you're in your 50s or early 60s, this might be you. So today, I want to share 6 reasons based on real clients' experience why right now might be the perfect time to consider early retirement. Not because you're tired, but because you have earned the right to live fully while you still have the energy, the health, and the time. Let's start with time, your most precious asset. And let me be very specific about this. We have 3 main resources in life: time, health, and money. When you're younger, you have time and health in abundance, and you're more than happy to trade them for money. Tax-free salaries, career growth, expats life, it's a great deal. But as you get into your 50s and 60s, something shifts. Your time and health become your most scarce resource. Let me show you what I mean. These squares represent a 90-year human life, 90 summers and 90 winters. Here's what is different for us for expats. How many of those summers will you actually spend in your home country? How many with your parents while they are still healthy? I had a client, a CFO here in Dubai, who told me, Khalid, I only see my parents twice a year. At this rate, I might have 40, maybe 50 visits left with them. That hit me because retirement isn't just about having enough money. It's about having enough time to use it. And what time? It's not infinite. Here's the second reason, your unique advantage as a GCC expat. Now, currently, interest rates are higher than they have been in 15 years. You can get 4 to 5% on fixed deposits in the UAE. And there are now specialized strategies designed to deliver double-digit income while still offering a very high level of capital protection. These weren't easily available a decade ago, but today expats like you can access them. Compare that to 2016 and 2020 when interest rates were near zero. Back then, holding cash or low-risk investments felt like losing value. But now, it's different. This is actually a great time to be thinking about retirement from a cash flow perspective because you don't need to take extreme risk to generate meaningful income. You can have protection and growth at the same time, and that changes everything. The third reason, the future will always be uncertain. But here's the thing, you can prepare for it. Every generation thinks they are living through the most uncertain time in history. In 2008, it was the financial crisis, then Brexit, then COVID. Now it's inflation, geopolitical tensions, AI disruption. But here's what I have learned from managing portfolios through all of these. Markets recover, life goes on. The clients who slept best during those crises weren't the ones chasing the next big stock. They had their portfolios built on contracts with clear protection built in. Strategies that guaranteed their principal even when market crashed. The future will always be uncertain. A large part of retirement planning isn't about predicting it. It's about being protected when it arrives. Now here's the fourth reason, and I see this constantly. Arbitrary goals that keep people working longer than they need to. Clients come to me and say, Khalid, I'll retire at 60. Or I need $2 million before I can retire. But where do these numbers come from? They are self-imposed, not based on lifestyle, longevity, or inflation. Just a number pulled from thin air. Let me give you a real example. I had a client, a senior executive, who thought he needed $5 million to retire. After we did a proper analysis, factoring in his lifestyle, travel, healthcare, and layering in protected income strategies, we showed him he could retire comfortably with $2.8 million. The difference? Proper planning. So don't let random number goals keep you working longer than you need to. Reason number 5, don't lose your best years. Let me be very frank. If you're 55 today and in good health, you might have 10, 15 really good active years ahead of you. Maybe 5, 10 years where you and your spouse can travel, explore, enjoy life. But that just one more year of work, that could be 10% of your healthy retirement years gone. I have seen so many clients work until 65 only to face health issues at 67 or 68. They had the money, but they had lost the time and energy to enjoy it. And that's the real cost. So ask yourself, is that extra year of work worth missing out on a decade of vitality? And finally, you are probably in better financial shape than you think. This is the most important reason, and it's where structure notes make a difference. First, you're likely overestimating your retirement spending. Spending in retirement follows what we call a smile pattern. High at the start, like travel and hobbies, lower in the middle, then higher again for healthcare. Second, you are overestimating how large a portfolio you need. Let's say you need $100,000 per year. Most people think they need $2.5 million at a 4% withdrawal rate. But with today's income-focused investment tools designed to generate 8 to 10% with built-in downside buffers, you only need $1.2 to $1.5 million. The difference? Access to sophisticated strategies once reserved for ultra-high net worth clients. And now, thanks to technology and regulation, they are available starting at $50,000. Here's what I have learned working with expats for nearly 2 decades. My role isn't to tell you when to retire. It is to help you understand your options and make informed decisions. The way I do that is simple. I don't use structure notes to chase returns. I use them to build predictable income streams with protection built in. But more importantly, I ask the deeper questions. What legacy do you want to leave? How do you want to spend the mornings? Who do you want to be surrounded by? Because in the end, the numbers only matter if they serve the life you want. So let me pause here and ask you, which of these 6 reasons resonate most with you? Is it the time with your family? The opportunity to retire with confidence? The chance to reclaim your best years? Take a moment with that. It might surprise you because the biggest risk isn't market volatility. It's not having a plan and continuing to work when you could be living. So, when we talk about retirement, it isn't just about numbers. It's about mornings without alarms, time with family, the peace of knowing you're living on your terms. And here's the challenge. Most people don't know when they have already crossed the line into financial independence. They keep working, chasing arbitrary goals when they could easily already be living. That's why I created something simple, a complimentary expat portfolio review. It's not about products, it's about clarity. In 30 minutes, we'll look at where you are today, what matters most to you, and whether you already have enough to step into the next chapter with confidence. Sometimes the review confirms you are right on track. Other times, it reveals opportunities you haven't considered. Either way, the goal is the same, peace of mind. And if you are a GCC expat with at least $50,000 in investable assets, this review is designed for you. Because true wealth isn't just about money. It's about time, purpose, and freedom. And that's what retirement should be about.